So it's been a while since I've posted anything about digital photography. I think the last time I did so was in January when it was snowing. Ran down to the shrine and took some slow motion videos with the Panasonic G9 and just really enjoyed slow motion of the snow coming down on the property. And that was it. That was the last time. So, but I'm still wanting to maybe create videos of like how-to videos. Maybe it's better composition, these things. So I actually talked to my buddies. We have this group from photographers from all over the world. So we're chatting in this group, and I was like, what do you think if I did this? And Rick, out of the group, he said, you know what, that's fine and dandy, but there's a lot of places we can go to find those things already. So my thing is, I'm having a hard time getting out of a creative slump. So that's what I've been pondering lately. And we were on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and somebody was talking about old cameras and their CMOS sensors. I thought to myself, I've got this old camera, I shouldn't say old, this fairly old Canon camera that has a CMOS sensor in it. So I took it out of storage, charged up the battery, put it in the camera, and put it on program mode just to see what would happen. And I set it for RAW and JPEGs so that I could see, what the JPEG is doing when I'm out and about in the streets of Tokyo. And then I'd also have the RAW file to edit on my own. So I went out and about, and I figured that maybe the shutter speed would be a little too slow, which it was, but sometimes it captured really cool shots. But in the end, I ended up editing the photos, the RAW files. I didn't like the JPEGs, but the thing was I was using the program mode. So got away from Tokyo for a little bit, and now I'm at my house, and I'm able to take more time to use a manual setting. So I set out this morning, shot some things in the garden, and used a manual setting where I could control things a little bit more. And I really like the JPEG CMOS files. I did edit the photos as well, my RAW files, but I really like what this little tiny CMOS sensor is generating. So I want to share with you the RAW edits and the JPEG sort of side by side, and sort of run through, maybe have some little details on the side of each photo so you can see what this little tiny Canon S100 is creating. It's awesome. So this Canon S100 is a creative powerhouse for me. Fits in my pocket. It doesn't focus too fast, but it's fast enough. The aperture opens up to 2. It's got a macro setting. I think this is something that I'm going to be carrying with me all the time. I love my Leicas and my Panasonics, but they are a little big, and I'm going to use this for, just sort of stealth mode action and see what I can generate. So Yeah, I look forward to getting back with Rick and my friends about this little creative powerhouse and see what they're doing. And I actually want to know, like, what are you using to maybe get out of a creative slump? Are you using a different camera, or are you going into settings differently? Yeah, are you going into a different environment? Are you maybe editing photos differently? Like, what is going on with you? So, creative powerhouse. I'll talk to you again soon.